Queen City, what's going on? We're back at it. Our first weigh-in podcast, weigh-in captain's meeting video here, 2025. And of course, I got the whole crew with me. So let's bring them in. We got Coco and the co-commish, Ryan and Blaine. What up, fellas?
What's going on, guys?
Appreciate you guys joining me for another Thursday night edition of Queen City Captain's weigh-in, whatever we want to call it these days. But got a new video there from Ken. So appreciate Ken dropping us a new intro video for 2025. You saw there was some motor action in there.
Looked good. I liked it.
We already have people talking trash, and we're like 80 seconds in. I like it.
Yep.
Picking up right where we left off. Well, so what's up, guys? How you been in the off season?
Been good, man. Not doing enough fishing, but just trying to, move some kayaks and get our guys right for the 2025 season. I've had several of our guys getting motorized and buying new boats and everything else. So we're really excited to see what 2025 holds for everybody.
It's funny how when you jump into work in the fishing industry, you no longer fish.
That's what the day you said it best yourself at the TOC. This kayak fishing thing seems really fun, man. We ought to try it sometime. That'd be awesome.
The layer of dust on my boats in the garage is like this.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy calls me last week. He's like, "You got a battery I can borrow?" I was like, "Dude, I don't even know where in the kayak it is." I was like, "I think I can find it, and it's never been charged."
I think I've got a family of something living in my kayak. I'm gonna have to shoo away to be able to go out and fish.
Oh,
I mean, dude, just been in the garage for so long.
What about you, Ryan? Have you done anything?
I have not moved my stuff since I put it up from the Lake Norman event last year.
Oh. We're all slacking.
No. Which one? Which event?
Didn't we end on Norman before the TOC last year?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, most of us ended at Murray. My bad.
I decided not to go to the TOC at Murray. So, but it's good. I've got pretty much a lot of the same stuff still tied on, so I'm retying knots, and that's about it. But I'm ready to get going again. I'm ready for a new year to have a little bit of redemption for missing the TOC last year. So
is this like? Yeah, I was gonna say, is this like a redemption run here? For old co-commish. We'll see what he can pull out.
We'll see what happens.
Well, we're rooting for you. I hope you do well. But I got some. So we have John in the back and we have Brian from BizBaits in the back. We're gonna bring them on here in a minute. But I just have some graphics that for anybody who's watching that really isn't paying attention, which I know is happening because some of the questions I'm getting are insane. But we're just going to pop up the schedule here. I know it was in the video, and then we can just run through it. It is going to block our faces a little bit, but that might increase our views. So obviously, this weekend, February 1st, we're going to be on Lake Norman. I think everybody knows Lake Norman is probably the best winter fishery in the Carolinas. 2 hot holes. The water really, really struggles to get below 50 degrees, and we are literally lining up for like the warmest week of the winter. So I do think we're going to see some big fish come out this weekend. Not sure if somebody will be able to put 4 big ones together, but we'll see. I think it's going to be I think we're going to see a couple 21s, 22s pop out of Lake Norman this weekend. So we'll see. But and then, I think we're giving Wiley like a true chance here on March 1st. We're going to have probably mostly pre-spawn. Maybe some parts of the lake have a little bit of early spawn action, but David Winters was mad at me. We were talking this week and he's like, "Bro, I can't be at the weigh-in." He's like, "I have to be fishing. It's March 1st. And I was like, "Well, we're going to be at your shop, whether you're there or not." and then we're going to hand off the reins to Coco, and he's going to hold it down on Santee Cooper for the what was supposed to be a double dip national event, and now it's just going to be a big QC event. So, that's how we're going to start this season, and I think that's a really strong start to 2025, if you ask me.
I like it. I'm excited about it. Even that 4th event, you're getting on up north, so you've got a lot of spawn opportunities really throughout most of the spawn this year. So this is going to be fun.
And if you're someone who just like doesn't want to travel, loves Lake Norman, you have another opportunity there to jump on Lake Norman. 3 full months later, almost 4 months later, realistically, and you can jump back on Lake Norman. And I made this post the other day talking about Lake Norman. We are giving Lake Norman some serious love this year. So these are all run by me and Blaine through Queen City or through Native or through Bass Nation. But look at these 3 events on Lake Norman in a span of 6 months. We're going to have maybe 100-person event Saturday. We're going to have the Bass Nation State Qualifier on Norman April 12th. Coco's going to run that one, but it's going to be a virtual event, but you guys still get to fish the Great Lake Norman. And then I'm going to bring you guys the No Limit event as requested on its own, not linked up with Queen City. And we have a venue for that. We're back at the pit for that. So Lake Norman is getting some love in 2025. We're going to give it its chance to show out. It's kind of taken over the home lake representative here at Queen City. So looking forward to see what it can bring. Ryan, will you fish these 2 bonus ones here?
I don't know that I'm in town for the No Limit, but I'm liking the looks of the Bass Nation, so probably.
We got to get Coco to fish the No Limit.
Hey, you got me blocked out by a schedule here, but I will tell you right now, from my experience with the No Limit, I've done one, and it was very prosperous. So I will give it a shot, man. I'll get.
Are you going to put your pink sweatpants back on if you fish this one?
Brother, I don't launch a tournament without them things on. What are you talking about?
Oh,
they got
okay.
holes in them and everything else.
That's
They're
good to know.
for, but baby, they're still hanging on.
All right.
Well, I did get a question last night of payouts. I won't shout out to Schmitty. We'll just leave it at that. But, you guys know we don't know what the payouts are going to be until we wrap up 10 p.m. tomorrow night. But we are throwing $1,500 minimum into the purse at every one of these main events. So I would say safely first place is going to be $2,700. That's at 75. We're already at 61 anglers on a Thursday. So I don't know if this is like, hey, let's sign up early because it's the first of the year, or we're about to have 150 people by tomorrow night, because 61 on Thursday, as you guys know, here at Queen City is pretty legit. So we'll see where we end up, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
I like the payouts this year. I mean, look, they're going deeper. You start looking second, third, fourth. I don't know. I'm as upset getting the top 10 this year as I would have been the last few years,
Yeah. We went up a little bit in payout. We made everything optional, so it's not taking away from the payout. And on top of that, we're putting more money than ever. So I think the payouts are great. I mean, we can flirt with 100. I mean, that's a solid day for $100 right there.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. I think we'll end up somewhere around 85 by the time tomorrow locks, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. We'll see.
My guess is 120.
Oh, so we're gonna double what we have right now. I love it.
Once again, I'm gonna stick with the numbers don't lie. I'm gonna stick with my 50%.
I love wasn't it like 35% on Fridays?
Man, it was like 50%.
Average is right at 50.
I'll never forget the day we had 98 people sign up on Friday. I'll never forget it. So yeah, we're at 61 right now. I just pulled it up again. So we'll see.
We're getting there.
Handful of people in the elite. What are we sitting at? Like 12 teams, Ryan?
Yeah, I need to go pull it again. I know we were at 10 a few days ago, and I've had a couple of more messages. So trying to let everybody get registered instead of me looking at it 100 times this week.
Cool. I know Nick and Jay are going to sign up, but they just may not sign up this event. So that'll be another one you can factor in. So it's looking like the team division is going to be good. Sounds like maybe 15 teams jump in that, and we'll have a pretty good purse if that's the case. So things are on the up and up, and we got a pretty big somebody we're about to bring on here, and he's got some pretty cool news to announce here to Queen City. And this isn't the first time that this company has dropped a bait with us, so this is pretty cool. What's about to happen? And you guys gonna hang around while we bring Brian in here?
Yeah, we got a little sneak peek, and I live under a rock. I have no idea what's going on until it happens, and you started flashing some pictures, and I got excited. So this is going to be good. I'm glad I'm glad Brian's on here doing this with us.
Hey, so it looks like Wes will be jumping in potentially as a team. I gotta say, when Bryce signed up today, I was excited to see these guys are back. They kind of left us. They left us high and dry last year, no warning, just vanished, and I was just like, I must have pissed someone off. I don't know what I did, but they're back in full effect, and huge part of Purple Heart Homes there and Wes, and they're a huge part of what we're doing this year. Big small bass sponsor. So you guys know let me thank you all, because you had an opportunity to really to bitch and complain. Honestly, when I told you originally entry fee was going to be $100, and then I made an announcement that it was going to be $102 because we were going to raise some money for Purple Heart Homes, not one person complained. No one. Now maybe you said it in your kitchen or your car, like, I can't believe Vinny's doing this. Oh my God, $2. But I appreciate you guys not complaining and helping us raise money for a good cause. So
yeah, and it is a good cause. It is a good cause. That's the important part, man. We support those who support us, and who better to support than, those that make life possible.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, John obviously is here tonight and he can speak on that as well, but $2 a head. And then we're going to give 50% of the small bass purse of the small bass entries will go right there as well. So $5 from every small bass. So you guys are doing a good thing, raising money. And Wes said he disappeared because he got married, and we all understand that, obviously. But let's bring in Mr. Bizbaits. That's what he goes by around here, and give him the mic for a little bit. What up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Excited for the event, excited to be part of it. And, we're going to be there at weigh-in after. But to give QC the love, I am traveling. If you've been following Biz, we've been traveling the country at trade shows. They wrapped up Monday. And while I was gone, my wife's grandpa passed away. So we got on a plane and we're back in Chicago. So, we're remote. But yeah, we hope you guys have a great event. We're going to talk about it right now, obviously. And we'll have Lewis and Jairus there to say what's up, too. So. I wish I could be there, but hey, you can't plan this stuff, right? So.
We're sorry. We'll be thinking about you.
You're in Queen City's thoughts and prayers, man. We're sorry to hear that.
We do appreciate the boys coming out and hanging out with us. And I've been sharing Biz's post on the page. Whenever they pop up in front of me on my news feed, I give a quick share. And you guys got some things going on over there lately, and I'm going to let you not only talk about what you have going on, but talk about something really freaking awesome that's going to happen Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. So, it's going to be fun. This is unique. I mean, timing, like you said, we've done some really unique stuff with QC over the years, Queen City, and it's been a lot of fun. And the timing of this, when Vinny and I were texting, just made sense. So we're going to roll out something really special for you guys. It's awesome. We're part of this event. Even if we weren't, we'd still be able to do something cool like this, but it's just the timing is great. But basically, if you've been watching and following, we got our Fire Craw drop going on. It's one of our biggest drops of the year. We are amongst coming back from trade shows, getting our feet under us. And we also are dropping a new bait for the first time in a very long time, right? Like, we've had color drops and limited edition stuff, but truly a new soft plastic design is about to be dropped, and it was first exclusive in the Fire Craw color. So it's called the Minner, and we all know, whether we like it or not, what side you sit on. Forward facing's taken over the industry in a lot of ways, but if not, obviously you need a great bladed jig trailer, something great and beefy and shad shaped to put on the back of spinner baits. Like, there's a lot of uses for these things, but we're dropping the new Minner in 2 sizes, and something special for QC with this event. They are not yet available other than in Fire Craw at the moment. Everyone's like, hey, when are stock colors coming? And they're about wrapped up. But if you come to weigh-in on Saturday, Jairus and Lewis, they're going to have every single stock color in both sizes available. Yeah, I'll move over here. Whoop.
You're good.
Throw it up there.
Keep going. I'm doing like a little strobe light.
Little tease, yeah. Every color in both sizes. So 7 stock colors that aren't Fire Craw. In both sizes, 3.5 inch and 4.5 inch. And they're going to have a huge array of them. And if you come to weigh-in, definitely say, hey, get to know the guys. If you don't know Lewis and Jairus, obviously I won't be there. But everyone in QC will get their first pack on us. So you can check it out. You'll get your hands on it first before literally anybody. Like, they're in the warehouse at the moment getting finalized. And Saturday will be the first day any angler gets their hands on these puppies. So I thought it'd be super cool and super special to do this with you guys. So come on out, let friends know, hey, you're going to come by the weigh-in. Obviously, either way, you should come by the weigh-in, but we thought this would be a really, really fun time to get it in people's hands. And why, no better than Queen City, which we've been a part of for a long time. So we'll have more. I know we're going to get questions. If you'd like, what if I want more than 1 pack? They're going to bring more. So that's also an option as well. But the first pack's on us.
My motherfucking dude. You see this comment right here?
Yeah. These
Brian
guys that are
Motherfucker,
the
I hope your kids aren't listening.
No, I got the AirPod. You're good.
He knows you too well, Vinny.
We got people
My-
saying they need them before the event.
I know.
Wondering
I
if
know.
they're free. Yes, they're for free.
Yes,
Right?
for
Don't
free.
right? They're for free. Everybody's getting one.
Yeah, they are for. Well,
Ken is
Vinny, you took it out of
excited.
your right. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit. But yeah, let me throw them back up there, and you break it
Yeah.
down, explain what
Break
it
it
is,
down.
because it may be hard to read. So this is
For
go
sure.
ahead.
So this is the minnow, right? Guys talk about forward facing or throwing a minnow style bait or a scope shad, or I don't even know who makes these, but like, right, the the graph shad, whatever, right? We tried to come up with a name, and we're like, why don't we just call it the minnow? You know, where I'm throwing a minnow. And so it's a shad shaped style body, split tail. It is designed for the forward facing jig head technique, which they won't be there Saturday, but we have a very unique jig head to pair these with in a couple weeks. So that's something to keep in mind too. But there'll be some synergy there. But it's meant to be thrown on a jig head. Obviously, if you have forward facing or not, like that's the technique that's been really hot for a lot of this industry. So 7 awesome colors, but also what you're going to see when you get your hands on this on Saturday, like it's not just for that too, right? Like that's why we have it in Firecraw right now. It's awesome on the back of a bladed jig. Awesome to put a trailer on the back of your spinner baits. A lot of our colors match and kind of have great synergy with all your shad colors you're going to want. So yeah, there's a lot of uses for it, but of course, you know, it falls in the whole forward facing game as well, for sure.
So would you say the bigger ones would be, so for me, I mean, I don't even remember how to fish, but I would use these on the back of a jackhammer right here, the largest.
Yes, absolutely. The 4.5 would be best for that type of stuff. The 3.5 is a little bit small for it. You can, but it'll be a little finessey.
Yeah.
And of course, if everyone loves them, they're probably going to be a 4-inch size, just saying. So there'll be a middle brother later. But for now, we got 2 of the most popular sizes that the industry's probably looking for. And then if guys are loving it, we'll keep rolling with it.
Well, dude, that's awesome. I will thank you for the club. There's still some people chatting it up here. Let's see.
What's
the guy got to do to get him before the tournament?
I knew that was going to happen, right? Like, it's of course, yeah. Good question. Scented and salted still, yeah. Scented and salted.
Don't put it on the night before. And
yeah,
put it in
they
the truck.
stink. They stink.
Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, all the colors. I mean, they're beautiful. There's 3 that he threw up: but sexy shad, Tennessee shad, bait fish, natural shad, pearl, magic, which is a laminate, right? So just all your shaddy variations that you're going to want are definitely the first 7 colors we're coming out with for sure.
And like you said, you still have the Firecraw available.
Yeah, yep. So we're doing Firecraw right now, which you can get your hands on. We thought it'd be a fun bait drop with one of our biggest kind of custom drops we do throughout the year, being Firecraw. So that's like our first tease to everybody else that this bait is coming. And we have been comments like, hey, are there going to be more colors? When will there be more colors? There aren't any yet, but at QC at weigh-in on Saturday, they'll be there. So come get them. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Brian.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It'll be fun. I really wish I could be there. Wes, what's up? Jackham Juice. I know you've been a huge fan for a long time, but yeah, I'm excited to get these in hands. Let me know what you think. Obviously, Lewis and Jairus will be there to say what's up to everybody. I wish I could, but I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this thing.
Cool, man. We appreciate you coming to hang out tonight for a few minutes. I know you're halfway across the country, but we, do your thing, enjoy your family, and we'll take care of BizBaits here in Carolinas, and maybe we'll see you at the next 1 or 2 events. You come hang out.
Definitely. Just wanted to say, like, thanks to the club, you guys for having this. We're proud. John's doing a great thing. I know he's coming up later. Good friend. You know, you guys are having a great first event. Lake Norman should be great. Weather's picking up. Let's get 100. Let's give a bunch of baits out, catch some fish, and stay in touch. We're here for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
And,
take care, guys.
I'm going to say this while he's still here, guys. When you catch fish on this stuff, post it up on the page and tag Brian and BizBaits. We got to support who's supporting us. So
Definitely.
All right, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Great trip, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Later.
Thanks.
See you, buddy.
Man, we got a little secret drop at the weigh-in there from Brian. We got a secret drop at the weigh-in from John. I got pizza coming and drinks. And, man, Ryan, if you just go home after the event, it'd be a perfect weigh-in.
Oh,
I got to get my free baits first, and then I'll leave, and you can handle the rest of it.
oh man, you got to stay around and catch your check, man. Come on.
I hope he does. Are you going to pre-fish it all, Brian? No.
No, I've had the flu for the last week, so anytime I thought I was gonna have, pretty much got shut out. So
Yeah,
I'm
if
just
you were
happy.
turned down a blackjack trip, you must have been feeling pretty bad.
Yeah, well, maybe my luck will continue from the blackjack table to the lake. We'll see what happens.
There you go.
All right. Well, we got Mr. John House anxiously waiting to jump on here, the premier sponsor of this event. So let's bring him on. Let's chit chat with him for a little bit. Let him tell his story. What up, Johnny boy?
What's up, guys?
Your favorite realtor. I love the little text there.
Yeah, got the registered trademark too, just to stay compliant.
Nice. Well, hey, I want to start off by thanking you for jumping in with Queen City this season and becoming Event One title sponsor. I mean, this is a great event. We know we usually have a huge crowd for this one, and you know, you already posted that you sold a house on the page, so I'm glad it's working out both ways. And you know, I want you to talk tonight to people like they have no idea who you are, because we really don't know who watches this after we go live and who watches it on YouTube. So talk about your life in realty and how long you've been doing it and specifically where you work. And then, you know, we can jump into the actual event after you do all that, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Yeah,
feel free to talk about Purple Heart Homes as well, because I know you're heavily affiliated there.
Correct. Yeah. So, well, as far as the real estate side first, again, John House with I'm partnered with Allen Tate Realtors out of the Mooresville office where I live. Going into my 8th year in real estate, and yeah, loving every minute of it. As of yesterday, I closed $100 million in real estate now. So yeah, so that was a good number to hit, and
Wow.
super stoked about that. But yeah, I've just been blessed, man. I had a partnership for about 6 years, and can't thank my former business partner enough for the things that he taught me and the resources that he provided. And we're still good friends. But as of August, I kind of went out on my own and doing my own thing again. And a lot of that has to do with the time commitment for Real Heroes and that kind of stuff that we'll get to here in a little bit. But yeah, it's just I've been very blessed in real estate, and yeah, it's to sound cliche, I guess it's a passion. The last name is House. It is what it is. But I truly enjoy helping people buy and sell and
Read that.
real estate needs. So I feel like you missed the opportunity to call yourself House is House. Well, hey, so my corporation is House Sells Houses, and so that's good enough. But
There you go.
yeah, so yeah, I've done business with several Queen City guys, and yeah, it's just looking to continue to grow that relationship and have fun doing it.
Awesome, man.
I tell people, man, I'm not a salesperson. I'm just a normal guy that understands real estate. So, but yeah, if you have
I
a real
grew
estate-
up around it. I always thought I would be doing it. And then when I was about 19, maybe 20, I actually went to school for it. And then in New York, but I never ended up pursuing it. My dad technically still owns a real estate business here in South Carolina, but I think I would enjoy it. I'm just too deep in what I'm doing now to jump out. So
yeah, it definitely has its ebbs and flows, but it is what it is. You kind of just learn to roll with it. So
cool, man.
Story of my life.
Well, tell us about Real Heroes and Purple Heart Homes and what your position over there is. And I mean, you guys got a lot going on.
Yeah. So Real Heroes was supposed to be a small little charity event on Lake Norman in the middle of the summer, and with a $1,500 goal last year, but it absolutely blew off. I've been blessed to put together a board of very passionate people, and deep relationships throughout the fishing community helps. But we put together the event, and like I said, we had a $1,500 goal, and fast forward to last July, we were able to stroke a check to Purple Heart Homes for $44,000 and had some massive relationships. Went to ICAST the following week, made even bigger relationships down there and deeper relationships. And it just progressed into something massive, so much so that we actually joined Purple Heart Homes as a chapter rather than being our own 501c3. We fall under their umbrella now, which drastically saves the nonprofits some money as far as, event licenses and insurance policies and just all kinds of things that you don't really think about. That I didn't think about, wanting to be a small event, but we're doing big things and supporting veterans in need and last year we were just the way that timing worked. Purple Heart Homes had already had some things lined up with Military Makeover, the Montel Williams show. And our event was a big factor in that television show, if you guys caught that. I think it was on CBS and YouTube and that kind of stuff. But we got some big things coming out yet. I'm not sure what we're allowed to say, but we got some big things coming out for this year as well with some TV stuff. So looking forward to it. But just using our fishing relationships to educate people on the I guess I wish Fenway was here. The process, I guess, of going through Purple Heart Homes, the application process, and hopefully get them the help that they need for housing solutions, whether it's retrofitting existing homes or Purple Heart Homes is a tiny home manufacturer here in North Carolina. And say it all. Yeah. So we start filming in February in Texas, out in Lake Fork area. But we have a television show called Stars and Stripes coming out that we'll be taking veterans hunting and fishing, and it'll be put on the Sports and Outdoor channel. And all proceeds are going back to Purple Heart Homes. So it's a cool thing, and really looking forward to it. We just have to see how it goes. I never would have thought a year and a half ago that I'd be on a television show or worried about any of that, but here we are. So looking forward to it.
That's awesome, man.
Does that mean I know a famous person now?
No.
We will in February. He said they start filming in February.
Yeah.
Not yet. He's not famous.
Not yet. Gotcha.
Man,
Boy,
He's
John.
still hanging out with us. The scum of the fishing, and then in February he'll be famous.
yeah. So with those relationships, we did get picked up. We're working with Power Pole. Blaine's helping us out with that, and in Muddy Bay there, and then blessed to be on Team Bonafide and this kind of thing. So it's just evolved into something that I never would have even thought of. I just picked up fishing as a hobby, and here we are. So, but it's been good, really enjoying it, and we just ride the wave and see where we go.
So it's so funny. Like, I'm not bragging here, so don't take it this way. But a lot of what you just said is like what Queen City is. Like you just said, right? Try to help, started as a hobby, turned into this. It's exactly what Queen City is. And like, we find Blaine, we hire Blaine. Blaine calls me, Vinny, I got this job opportunity. He takes the job. Now he's helping you get on TV and Power Pole. And like, it's just this one big bubble. And if you're inside of it, like, life is good and everybody's happy. And these people in the comments and the people who on the page, like, people are just amazing here. And I guess I'm grateful. And John, I know you are as well. And
oh yeah,
I'm rooting for you, man. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, it should be a good time. And the kayak fishing community, it seems like it's large, but it's a pretty tight knit group. And
it's a small world, yeah.
Yeah, and they've just kind of opened up or accepted it with open arms, if you will. We got Georgia, Steve with Georgia and Tennessee Bass, and Cody, and I want to say it's CKA or something like that across the state there. But we got a lot of trails coming on board and helping us out too and promoting the event. But the biggest thing at the end of the day for Real Heroes standpoint, Real Heroes is specifically the July event on Lake Norman. The rest of it is Purple Heart Homes affiliation. So Real Heroes is the board members of Real Heroes is the pro staff for Purple Heart Homes doing those other things. But the Real Heroes event is the Lake Norman event. And our goal is last year we provided the supplies for a tiny house. This year we hopefully can fund the entire thing. But
nice.
Pretty
well,
cool.
Can I touch on that? We ran obviously into scheduling issues last year. My schedule was out. That event came out. It was on the same day as the Queen City event. So it was obviously hard for me to promote something, pulling my own guys away. But, this year we worked together. You gave me that date early and we left it open. Man, I should have put that on the graphic. I'm an idiot. So July 12th, we're back on Lake Norman for a fourth massive event. I really am an idiot. I'll get that fixed.
You are.
I'm already signed up. I have no idea how to fish, but I'm signed up. I'm getting the package. That much I know. I'll be there I literally have in my calendar like help/fish. So I don't know what I'm doing. You tell me my help, or if you want to laugh at me, go fish. I don't know. But July 12th, Lake Norman, everybody needs to be there.
Yeah, and we do that a little bit unique. So the Friday night before last year, we did a captain's dinner as a pulled pork dinner. at Purple Heart Homes facility. We did a tour. Obviously, the TV show was there. Those that attended, even John Ladd, he's been around this stuff for a long time. He's just like, it's one of the best events he's ever fished. But it was a good time, and we only expect that to be larger this year. Some of the main sponsors potentially could have a 10x10 booth there, trying to get some folks that we had at ICAST to have events there and offer product for sale, and then proceeds go to Purple Heart Homes to raise additional funds there. We'll have a silent auction. Here, I'll drop this out because it hasn't been dropped yet. Whoever said that said say it all. So drum roll. Last year it was top 5 veterans, top 5 civilians got prize packs. This year, first place veteran and first place civilian get $750.
Oh,
And then
man.
second through five go prize packs. We're not doing a kayak to the overall winner this year because of the $750, but some people like to fish for cash, and that's their way of livelihood. So, we wanted to have that opportunity, maybe get some more participants that way. And then, like I said, Bonafides hooked us up with some great kayaks for the silent auction. Barry Davis gave us a great one on one of his team boats that he didn't use. It was brand new with the tags on it still. So we got some good stuff coming, and really looking forward to it.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then the swag bag, I think we $100 entry, I think is what we are. Maybe 102. I don't know. So I think it's $100 entry. And but the ROI on the bag, I think we're already over $300. Abu Garcia just dropped their one of their nice casting reels. Gave us 125 of them for the first 125. So
I posted that on the page today.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet, and really looking forward to it.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, talking about Lake Norman and all the good you got going on, we're on Lake Norman this weekend. Your event, think it's going to be a big one? You think we're going to hit the triple-digit mark or what?
I'm going to go in the 80s. Yeah.
80s?
Yeah, I think we'll be flirting in the 80s. I'm hoping this rain comes through tomorrow and people see it's going to be 60-something degrees on Saturday and like, oh, let me fish. And
I'll be honest with you. I can't imagine only 20 people signing up tomorrow. Like,
oh, we hit 60? Yeah.
We're at 61 right now. So,
okay. So there's more in there than when I saw it last time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so my numbers are a little different because people signed up but didn't pay. But it's guys that we know are coming. They're going to pay. So I see those numbers. You guys don't see them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We might hit 100. I mean, would be the first time on Norman for sure.
No, it's almost every time.
I think my first ever event with you guys was like, what's this, like 140 anglers or something, and I had no idea what I was doing. And of course, your camera boat was like one of the first people who was shooting my dumbass.
I think Nick is tripping over here. Okay, he fixed it.
Yeah, there we go.
He meant 104. He meant 104.
Yeah, I mean, I love 194, but I don't think that's happening.
Hey, I'm hopeful. We have 194, dude. I'd lose my mind.
I would be pretty excited.
And imagine the 12-inch fish you've had.
Blaine, I was going to say, Blaine, if we hit 194, you're on deck judging. So be ready, buddy.
I'm here to help.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we're looking forward to it, man. And you mentioned on the page, but people don't read everything that hits the page. You got a special little prize pack also for someone who comes back to the weigh-in. So
yeah, so just to get participation at the weigh-in, I just having talks with a sponsor in regards to the Real Hero stuff. I said, I'm the event sponsor as my real estate company on Lake Norman. They're a Lake Norman-based company. I said, would you like to put together a prize pack, to offer to somebody that comes back to weigh-in? It's just a raffle wheel. Whoever comes, you got to be present to win. And so we put together a prize pack for that, and that's got a crazy ROI to it as well. You guys are going to be really pleased with that.
You can say it. Go ahead.
All right, so it's Nocqua Batteries just came on board with their new backpack, and then a 20 amp hour power kit there, and then we also have a little Berkeley box, and then of course a Real Heroes hat to represent the event. But that is not from John. It's from John and Real Heroes. We're putting that over there for that, just to encourage folks to sign up for the event and raise awareness for it.
And I will say, I saw the Nocqua backpack yesterday. That thing is sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Sweet.
So
And it is not available for purchase to the general public. So
yeah.
we'll throw that out there as well. That's a cool prize.
So yeah, it's pretty cool, especially if you travel a lot. I think they call it the Traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ryan, your first raffle, the first person you draw Saturday, if they're in the building, they'll get that prize pack.
Cool. Yeah, we'll set it up.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we are, guys who are listening, we are going to do a raffle table this week, this event. It may change. It may end up I make a few prize packs and we only call 2 or 3, 4 people up. Just kind of depends on what the table is going to look like, what the prizes look like. I do have a good bit of prizes for this event in particular. So this event, Ryan will run his normal randomizer, and if you're in the building, you grab something from the table and take a picture. But if we may pivot off of that, just kind of depending on how the season goes. So we'll see.
I just got an important text message from Brian at BizBaits. He said if there's 100 participants and only 70 come to weigh in, John House gets the 30 packs of baits.
Funny, I didn't get that text. It's weird how that wasn't. Well, we were in a group chat. It's funny. Like, did you guys get it? Because I think we were in a group chat.
Just try to sneak that in there.
Funny that didn't come. How many raffle tickets can we buy? Is he asking about my event? I don't sell raffle tickets. If you come back to the weigh-in, you're eligible. So
yeah, I don't know what the raffle is. Raffle ticket, unless he's talking about our event. But for the prize pack, there's no raffle tickets. If you fish the event, you come to the weigh-in. Yeah, you're entered in. It's just one, whoever's there. Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say something else. Oh, so on top of obviously all this cool stuff we've already spoken about, we will have food and drinks, and Ezzy is actually going to bake chocolate chip cookies tomorrow night for everybody. And I said, how much are you going to sell them for? And she said, I'm not. I'm going to give them away. So I don't know. So feel free to tip the little kid, but she's going to bake you all homemade chocolate chip cookies tomorrow on her own dime. And I think that'll be cool. I don't know who's going to pass up a chocolate chip cookie, but
why do I feel like she's going to charge me regardless?
Probably charging you $10. Yeah, probably getting her full buy-in back from Uncle Ryan.
That's fine. I'll fund it.
But yeah, and then we are at John's venue. We're at, is it your church, John? Is that where you attend?
Yeah. So it's Williamson's Chapel. Those that fished, was it the Bass event? Not last year, the year before.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the same church there, but it's a huge parking lot. It's in the fellowship hall, and there was nothing going on. Then he reached out to see if we could use it again. So yeah, it's a great place. It's kind of centralized right there. It's corner of Brawley School Road. Yeah, Brawley School Road in Williamson. So if you're going out of Hager, it'd be right at the end of the street there.
Yeah, guys. I posted a picture with a little arrow showing you where the building is that we'll be in, because the address is going to take you to the church portion, and we're not going to be in there. We're in the building in the back. So look for my bright blue truck, and that'll be the building we're in.
Yeah.
What is this guy? This guy has no battery and no mount. What do you need? What mount do you need? The Newport mount? This guy. Go see Blaine. Blaine, handle him.
I'm sorry.
And then Ryan's talking to
Nick,
Ryan.
message me. I've got something I can make happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I know you're surprised. First, we've been doing this 3 years. This is the first time I've logged in to be able to join the chat. So it's a new year.
Wow, look at you, buddy. Look at
Wait,
you.
you can do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It wanted me to. I just couldn't figure out my login information.
fancy.
Well, I thought I was all fancy with my timer. I was like, let me do something different. 2025. I created my own timer. I felt pretty fancy. Nobody cares. Nobody said anything about the timer.
We're not.
The timer
impressed.
looked great,
I
Vinny.
get
The
it.
timer was fantastic.
Blaine, it hasn't fallen yet.
Hey! I was waiting on it just to go whoop right over the top of your head.
I put those checks up there too. Those will definitely fall. I'll send you a picture when they're on the floor.
Okay.
Just if we get through this and they don't fall, we're winning tonight.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Blaine, he needs the Rebel mount. Do you have that? I don't know what that is.
Rebel mount. Let me do some research, man. I've got a lot of stuff in stock, so let me see what
He may not know what he's talking about.
Nick, that's
He may just have to bring it to you.
Look at this. Look at this. This is how long Greg's been around. Does Pedal Power get its own raffle? No, it does not. We used to do that for Manpower. Joey Randall won every damn paddle we ever gave away. But no,
Yep.
we're not doing that. Oh, my truck. Why are you talking about my truck? Yes, the Blue Rebel. Blue Rebel. So
Yeah.
you can see that in park. John, I know we're running into 45 minutes here. I appreciate you coming on.
man.
Appreciate everything, man. You've been a good friend. Now you're affiliated with the club. You got us affiliated with you. So I think this is going to be a great relationship moving forward, and I'm looking forward to it. And I don't know, man, after Santee Cooper, was it last year with BOS? You might be right back up on stage as an angler this week. So
Yeah, nah, not after practice. I'm just gonna be
you can't win it in practice.
Yeah, but no, it's I'm looking forward. I literally was talking to Mark Linden a little bit ago, and I said, man, I'm looking forward to Santee. I said I've never said that, but I got
You
on
learned
something
it.
there and learned a lot, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is going to be weird. This is the first time in years I'm not actually coming down to host that event because we got Coco running all the Southern events this year. So
Yeah.
Coco will be at Santee, Murray, and Hartwell on his own. And then he's going to run the Bass Nation virtually and I think Raleigh virtually, right? So you're doing 5.
Yeah, Raleigh virtually too. But outside of that, folks, y'all better watch out. I'm back on the water, baby.
Come
Y'all
on.
better watch out. I'm coming. I gotta make sure everybody still knows that I can catch big fish.
You got to prove it. I'm hearing a lot of
That's
talk.
it.
I haven't. I mean,
Yeah,
That's it.
I think you need to convince yourself before you convince us. But that's.
I mean, you want me to flash across the Norman registrants right now because you're not there, like, and you could be because you're not. So, like, I just you want
Oh
to put you in
man.
real quick. I'll just drop you in there. What? So
Man.
Nick's talking trash about Santee. Ken is saying Nick is gonna need a kayak. I think Nick bets all his money on football games, loses all his money, can't afford his fishing gear, and then borrows it all on here. I think that's what's happening. When does Joey lose this title? Is this a
He
lifelong?
lost it. He's
He
back
did,
to
right?
Deuce. Yeah, he's back to Deuce.
He's
I
back to
think
do.
Joey will always call himself the champ.
But we don't have to. So what? I mean, like, I miss you guys. This is going to be a fun event. I'm glad to get back at it. John, any closing words you want to say before I kick you out of here?
No, like I said, if anybody's got a real estate need or know somebody that does, just give me the opportunity to have the conversation, and we'll go from there.
And bro, you know
That's
you
it.
have posting rights whenever you need them. So
Oh yeah,
you
yeah. I
got
try not to spam the stuff that is that much, just because it's there's so much of it. But I actually pay a service now to do most of it. But
Oh, really?
yeah, it's just I could post something every day, and it just gets overwhelming. So
Yeah. Well, what I usually tell people is, once a week I think is fair.
yeah. So we'll get through this event, and then I'll try to make it a point to at least drop it something at least once a month.
Cool, man. Well, thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys. We'll see
We'll
you
see
on
you
Thank you, John.
Saturday
See you out there,
afternoon.
John.
All right, guys. Take care.
See ya.
Good people. Good people. Oh yeah. So Joey's back to. Am I still the 2022 champ? Yep.
Yo.
Joey had to leave the Carolinas to win a championship. That was the only chance he had. We had to take him down to Georgia.
Poor guy.
We love you, Joe. We're glad you're back, buddy.
We're not teammates this year, so going by the last 5 years, whoever's not my teammate has a great bounce back year. So watch out for Joey in 25.
Who's your teammate?
Oh, I don't know if I need to say it online and put it out there. I'm going back. I'm going back with Gravely. We're putting the band together again.
Wow.
Getting the
Okay.
band back together.
Booger Sugar Killers hitting the water.
Okay. All right. Let's go. I'm glad he's in. Also, we didn't even count you on the list, or I didn't. So.
I did. I counted myself.
Okay. So we got to be pushing 15 then. That's awesome.
Sure. Nah, I'll get a final count tomorrow. We'll put it up there. We'll know once you post the payouts. But we're good. We're gonna be 12, 15 easy.
It's not a big deal. I mean, we're gonna do the 150 per event. We'll just, if we're in that range, I'll just go ahead and say we'll do the 150 per event, and then we just won't put a final TOC payout until after event 4. But so we're good. You don't have to stress pulling it tonight. Just
I wasn't going to, but thanks.
well, you know what I mean. It's not going to lock until 10 p.m. tomorrow, so don't do anything until
no,
tomorrow.
we'll have it ready for weigh-in Saturday. That way we know who takes the first W of the season, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, and I should have brought Tim on, but I don't know if the plaques are fully done yet. But Tim Fitz is doing all our plaques this year, and we went with some metallic texture and color themed. So gold, silver, bronze idea for first, second, third.
That's cool.
Catch Coins is back. They're in the garage, still in the box. I picked them up yesterday from UPS. So they're here for Big Bass. And Tim is also doing the team, the elite, and the small. So plaques are going to look different this year. If you're someone who has been lucky enough to put a collection on the wall and they've all looked the same for the last couple of years, you're about to get a new round of stuff. So I'm excited for it. I think Tim's excited for it as well. And hopefully you guys enjoy that.
Yeah, no, everything he's done has always looked great. So I know he's going to own it, and he's going to have some great stuff for us. So maybe I can add to my collection. We'll see.
Well, I have one of yours. You got to make a new picture.
Dude, I didn't even know that I still had plaques at your house.
Man, you should have saw. I went through. Well, Blaine, you probably still have some too, right? I went through about 70 plaques the other night.
Yeah, I've got a ton. I still have a ton.
So you need to handle yours are only 1 year, but the 2023s, like, I hate to sound like a jerk, but if you didn't pick them up all 23, all 2024, you got this Saturday, and I'm getting rid of them. There's only so much I can do.
It makes it difficult to keep everything organized, and when you got that many, they start getting damaged and everything else. And
yeah, well, some of them, I'm not gonna lie, some of the 2023s are pretty scratched up, but the 2024s I'll hold on to. I know it's only the first event of the year, and we didn't see some people late in the year, and we had some virtual events and all that stuff. But this year, we're not going to have too many virtuals. You got yourself a little cat there.
Yeah, dude, he is trying to get in on this.
I gotta lock mine out. They're crazy. Yes, Dustin has plaques here for sure. Vinny's I'm putting other people. Yeah, I should hang everybody else's since I don't fish anymore.
You won a lot of small bass last year from what I saw.
Well, I mean, you understand what the problem is. We don't write it down anymore. We don't do a full type up because we do everything live now. And Ezzy was like, "Daddy, how do we figure these out?" She was helping me with all the plaques. And she now knows how to run PayPal activity to search someone's if they paid for it. She now knows how to run TourneyX. So, yeah, she ran through like 70 plaques with me, and we don't know how to figure out the small bass. I did what I could, so it is what it is. Guys want them, they'll come get them. If not, It is what it is.
Cool.
Well, let's get into actual captain's meeting stuff.
Do we have to?
I mean, we can.
No, we can. We'll just make a post that it happened at 51 minutes. We're going to say 3 things. We allow motors this year. You can use any year Queen City ID card as long as it's Queen City ID card. And we now allow the catch carbonate ruler. Done. What else we got? Everything else, don't troll. Don't troll.
Yep.
No troll.
There's your changes. And then outside of that, the times and everything like that, I mean, that's the simple stuff.
You're going to make me pull up the times. Hold on. I don't want to misspeak if we're going to do that. You got it in front of you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm on my phone, brother. The only thing I got in front of me is a cell phone.
All right. According to TourneyX and Vinny Ferrari, so I'm putting that out there in case this is wrong. Launch is at 6:30. First cast is 6:45. There you go, Adam Fillmore. Suck it. Last picture is at 2:44 and 59 seconds p.m. And last submission is at 3:44 and 59 seconds p.m. So you still get your hour to submit. So if you've got some service problems or if you're just fishing hard, you've got it. You got that time. But we have it happen once or twice every year. Once that submission time's gone, that's it. Message us if you're having problems. We can work with you, but don't wait until the posting time's done and then say you got something. So,
all right, I am going to touch on this question because I have received this question way too many times this week. Guys, there is always a rule in any kayak tournament series you fish that says you must follow state laws. That state laws are superior to any club rules. If you are running a motored kayak, you must follow state laws. So you will register and follow laws where you live and where you're fishing. So if you are registered to fish and you live in North Carolina and you registered your kayak, my understanding is if you don't have numbers, you should have a temporary registration.
If you are in 60 days.
Yep. If you are in South Carolina and you are registered but don't have numbers, there's a little corner of your registration paper that you keep, and that proves that you are legal.
Yep.
There's a very, very high probability if you cash a check this week, you will need to show me your A, fishing license, and B, registration for your kayak if you're running a motor. If you cannot produce either one of those, you will be removed from the event and disqualified. This is the same as any other rule that the state provides to us. We have disqualified people for not having fishing licenses. There's always that question amongst directors. Is this something we need to check every single time as far as fishing licenses? It may be something we check every single time this year with the registration. This is new to us. What I don't want is I'll use the term Billy Bob because that's what we use for another series I direct. We don't want some Billy Bob grabbing his grandpa's trolling motor and holding it over the side of the boat, running around all day. So we're going to have to do this legally and properly. So, look, I'm going to say this too. We're all competitors. We're all humans. We're all adults. If you see someone without numbers on their kayak, can you just simply ask that person if they're registered before you send me a picture? Because I don't need 100 pictures of unregistered or unregistered kayaks this week. I know there's guys with no numbers. Just pedal over. Ryan, hey, man, I see you running the motor. You don't have numbers. I'm sure Ryan's going to be like, I'm temporarily registered. Okay, so I will definitely follow up with any accusations or pictures or videos. But you are adults and you are responsible for following North Carolina motorized vessel laws. So you need red and green lights. You need white 360. You need your registration needs to be properly mounted. That's the gist of it right there.
Yep.
You always need a whistle. You always need your fishing license. You always need your PFD. Now, well, you have to wear it anyway, but now as a motor, you must be wearing it when you're motorized. If you're just fishing on a free day, not a Queen City event. Woo! All right, I'm off my soapbox. You too.
No, you're good. Look, this is one of the things you want motors. It comes with some extra headaches. So that's just part of it. And if you have a doubt or if you're not, give me your trolling motor and your 2x4 mount.
That was great,
That's
dude. That got me. He said, well, dang.
Ken is asking if you need the papers or can you have photos. If you have photos for me, it just better show when you registered, when it expires. I need to be able to prove you're legal. You know, it really, guys, it's proving you're illegal, right? You're not guilty here, right? You're safe. You're innocent until proven guilty, but you got to prove to me that you're innocent. So I can't imagine someone's going to be stupid enough to go fish this event unregistered, risk cashing, and then me embarrassing you. Like, I don't know why you would do that. I really don't. But
leave the motor off. Everybody's got pedals now. Your pedals will still work without the motor, even though it's 2025. Don't risk it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's too easy to avoid, man. Just take responsibility for your legality. Make sure you're all good, and that should keep everybody square.
Yeah. So look, a couple years ago, myself, I was on Chickamauga. I was legally registered in South Carolina, but I was actually like post-COVID. So it took me like 9 months to get numbers on my Max, but I had that paper that said I was legal. So I go to Tennessee and I'm literally talking to this guy like 2 boat lengths away from me. He's on a bass boat. I'm doing circles around him on the Newport, just kind of, casting at the bank. And he's like, just so you know, I'm a game warden. I was like, okay. I was like, what's your point? He's like, you don't have numbers on your kayak. I was like, I don't need them right now. I have a temporary license. And that was it. And he was cool. I proved that I was good and he was cool and we moved on. And that's all this is going to be. Just prove to me you're legal and we're moving on.
Yep.
So Will said he's got the temp in hand. Guys, get on it, man. I don't know what the exact process is in North Carolina. I am a South Carolina. All 3 of us are South Carolina boys, actually. That's funny. All 3 of us are below the border here. So, we know what we have to do. It's funny, Ryan, mine is still not registered. it's been 13 months. I never did it. I never fished.
All of mine was done in like the same week.
I told you to do mine. You told me no. My Max is registered. I get that one. That one auto renews, but it doesn't even like have a seat in it at this point. But the X is not even registered. It's sitting there.
That's crazy.
Right. I'll get it taken care of for you.
Appreciate it. Any other questions, guys? It's funny. I was going to skip all the captain's meeting stuff. I appreciate you, Blaine.
Yeah, no problem. I saw it coming.
Yeah, I just, for me, it was about Brian and John tonight and seeing you guys.
Well, dropping a new year, man, it's a big deal. And like I said, things get a little squirrely. So we want to make sure everything's covered. If anybody's got any questions, throw them in the chat. We're here. I mean, what better place to ask than with everybody sitting here?
Well, let's I want to shout out a few people, and I did that just to move the boxes a little bit. So Muddy Bay this year and Blaine, they are our presenting sponsors. So they are a part of everything we are doing this year. Then we got Rock Outdoors. There you go, Mr. Upton over there. Rock Outdoors is a part of the Yadkin YOLO, a part of the Smith Mountain Lake Satellite event, and a part of the team. Well, they are the team division. Purple Heart Homes is going to be our small bass sponsor. Net Financial is back as our big bass sponsor. And we have, I don't want to misspeak, Southern Bell as our elite sponsor. Tim, I believe, is going to be co-sponsoring the team division. He was undecided where he's going to put his logo, so I don't know where he ended up on that one. But we couldn't do what we do here without these people. So when you're shopping, think about Rock Outdoors, think about Muddy Bay, think about Big Adventures. It kills us when you post your brand new shiny kayak and it comes from a shop that has nothing to do with us. So keep that in mind. We are spanned across both Carolinas this year. One event down in Georgia, fully down in Georgia on Lanier. I know Ryan and his brother are excited for that one. One event fully up in Virginia on Smith Mountain, and then that's it. The rest is the Carolinas, boys. So we're back home as requested. The survey said 129 people were going to fish if we had motors. So let's see where we end up with that. We are not doing Academy, Dustin. The Academy wheel is gone, unfortunately. I lost my contact. I believe she quit or fired. I don't know. But if we get Academy back, I will revive it. If not, we unfortunately do not have Academy back with us this year. So, and Cameron has a vinyl cutter. I don't know if that's legal, so I'm not really going to.
It is. Yeah,
is
you're good. Yeah, as long as it is visible on the boat, you can do whatever you want with the letters as long as it's a legible font. So
okay, cool.
We've had guys, especially doing the duck boats like we do at Muddy Bay, they're camo. Black doesn't show up. Some camos, white doesn't show up. So we get a lot of guys that go out and get orange and all this different stuff. So custom decals are legal. They just got to be legible. You got to be able to see them.
There may be a height requirement too. Yeah.
Or 2 or 3 inches. You need to look up per the state, and it need to be 2 or 3 inches. Look it up per the state, and make sure everything. Once again, you're responsible for your own legality. So let's keep it that way.
We're gonna disqualify Gustavo.
Well, that's it.
That's it. Single motor, guys. No DP over here. Single motor. No DP. No DP. So the guys the other day, we were talking about the Native No Limit series, and he's like, so is your event still non-motor in Carolinas? I was like, no, for once, the whole No Limit series is motor. We're falling in. John House and Cameron say North Carolina is 3 inches.
Yeah. That sounds right. I think South Carolina is the same way.
So before we pay people, we got to go outside and measure their numbers. That's new rule.
There you go.
Fucking ridiculous. I don't even know how many people are actually running the motor this week, but I have fielded some questions, so it'll be interesting. We'll definitely ask all the casting people, and maybe we'll get a mix. Maybe Joey's still going to paddle. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Well, guys, I'm pumped up.
What is this? NC Pops 2x4. Okay, there you go. These guys are all chit-chatting over here. Well, let's get out of here. We hit our hour threshold. Boys, I know it's Thursday. I know we got work in the morning. I appreciate you guys coming on. Blaine, enjoy your off weekend from Queen City, and Ryan, I hope you catch them up, man.
Sounds good.
Good
Ready
luck,
for the
guys.
new year. Appreciate you throwing this out there, and we'll see everybody Saturday.
Yeah, man. Guys, if you need anything, don't bother them. This is me. Bother me. And I'll be up bright and early Saturday, 5:30, 6 o'clock, ready for calls and issues. So let me know what you need, and we'll talk to you all later. Have a good night, fellas.
Night, Queen
Have a good
City.
night. See y'all.